Hello, Michelle. What's shaking?
Not too much. Lindsay, how are you?
I'm fantastic. What's going on today? What are we talking about?
Well, I have a question. Can mean ever be nice or can mean ever be a good thing?
I would say it can in a very special way, right? It sounds weird what
Yes.
we're talking about, but you guys will get it once we get into it today. It can be used actually as a slang, which doesn't mean bad or evil
Right.
at
Yep.
all. It just means the opposite.
Yes, it's so funny to have a totally different meaning to this because normally you hear the word mean and it's not a good thing, right? You
That's
wouldn't
right.
want to be called mean.
No.
So today we are going to talk about a new way to use the word mean to actually say something good.
Yeah, and these are the
Hmm.
things that you don't get in a textbook. You don't get them,
No.
in a standard dictionary. This is right here on Allers English, guys. We're giving you real English. So, our focus is connection, not perfection. So, if you love that idea of learning how to connect with other human beings through the English language, then hit follow on Allers English podcast. Hit that follow button now. Now is the time, right, Michelle? Yeah.
Go for it. And also, listen, guys, we'll direct you to a past episode, which is a great one to listen to. We recently did episode 2058 was 5 years down the road, future plans in English.
Love that. All right. So let's get into an example so our listeners know exactly what we're talking about. Yeah.
All right. So if I say to you, Lindsay, I make a mean apple pie. So does that mean the apple pie is rude or nasty or
Y-
bites people or
You mean like dropping insult and yeah, bites people?
yeah.
No, I hope not. Right. It means it's actually really, really good. So that's interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Guys, so recently I heard this and I was like, this is a good one to do. So yeah, it basically means amazing.
Uh,
And you would only use it before something, I think. Like the construction would be a mean something, right?
Yeah, totally. I mean, and it's often used, I mean, we're gonna see examples today, but, often used around, like, I make something, like, it's definitely like I create something, I make a mean, like, make, it's often paired with make too,
Mhm.
isn't it?
Mhm. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah, some sort of creation process. Like
Creation.
and
Yeah.
you wouldn't just like you can't just like switch the meaning. Like I said, it would be that construction. Mean something. You wouldn't say like, "Oh, that's mean" instead of "That's amazing." Like
That's an important point, right? Because sometimes
yeah,
we might use it for other examples like the word cool or
right. Sick.
awesome, right? I make a si right, that's a good point, right? You could say I make a sick something, right? Like,
Yeah.
sick apple pie. I guess you could say that. It's not as good as mean, but then someone would say, "Oh, that is sick." You can say that, but with this
Yeah.
in this case, you can't. You can't say that is mean.
Yeah, that's mean. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah,
Not really.
that's mean. Nah. So anyway, but saying mean kind of has a confidence about it. I mean, this is when you're almost like bragging a little bit, having a little fun with it. What do you think?
Yeah, especially and it's definitely for kind of the arts, I would say, a little bit like
Mhm.
cooking, again, creating something. It does drop some confidence. Like you show some confidence when you say that. I make a mean XYZ, mean
Right, right,
tomato
right.
soup or something, right?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, exactly. So would you say this? Like, would you express that confidence?
Well, not about my kitchen skills, Michelle. Come on, you know I don't cook.
That's
And I
true.
definitely don't bake, that's for sure, because baking is even harder than cooking. So, not really. I don't think I can say this about anything. We make a mean podcast episode, Michelle.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. I mean, but I do think that it can be most frequently also like used with just a talent in general. So, like we talked about cooking, of course, creating, playing something. So you
Mhm.
might say like, "Oh,
Mm.
I play a mean game of checkers."
Yeah, yeah, you
You
could
could
say
say
that.
that. Do
Yeah.
you like checkers?
I like checkers. I'm not against checkers. Yeah.
You're not against it. That's good. Yeah, I actually recently tried to teach my son checkers.
Oh, cute. And
Yeah,
how'd he
and,
do?
he was good. It was, like, kind of tricky to teach him the jumping part but
Right.
actually he was catching on more it's like he's at the age where now I'm like, "Oh, whoa, you're like a person and you can start to
Yeah.
do things." It's very cool.
That's fun.
And now let's get back to tomato soup since we
Tomato
both thought of it.
soup.
Lindsay, what's the next
You
example?
could say Charlie makes a mean tomato soup completely from scratch. Oh, there's nothing better than a good grilled cheese sandwich and tomato soup any time of the year, Michelle, not just winter, anytime.
Exactly, exactly. I do love that's good. So and the next one is he plays a mean guitar solo. So that's like a talent, right?
I like that. I like that. I like that. Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of going to creating something it's within the realm of the arts.
Mhm.
Music, food, maybe like a work of art, a physical work of art. I'm trying to think of what other examples. We'll get into it here.
Yeah, we will.
Okay, Michelle. So you're going to ask me a
Alright.
question here, but I have no
I
answer.
am, but you already are there okay, what are do you have any hidden talents or things that
Oh
you
my
might not have shared with
gosh.
us that you might use mean with, even if it just I don't know.
Not really. I mean, I like to think I make a good grilled cheese, but it's really not a mean one because if I compare it just depends. Like I like to put mustard on a grilled cheese and pickles. Recently, I learned if you take pickles
Ooh.
like dill pickles, like what you'd put on a hamburger and load it
Yeah.
up in a grilled cheese with some kind of a mustard, like a Dijon and then really good cheese, it's nice cuz the pickles are salty against the
Ooh.
cheese. Yeah,
Okay, now you're making me hungry. That sounds like a oh, sorry, say it again. So what dill pickles and Dijon and on
mustard,
the your
and some people might think that's crazy, but I don't know, I
No,
like
no,
it.
no, that's totally that's my speed, like,
That's your
that would
speed.
be yeah, there used to be this place, guys, because I'm in New York, I there used to be you know Chelsea Market, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, yeah, mhm.
They used to have this amazing grilled cheese place, and it was my favorite because they would
Mm,
put on the one I would get, it, like, with, like, a fig spread, like a fig
yeah,
jam.
that's good.
Oh my god, those are yeah, I love a good grilled cheese is re maybe I'm gonna make that for lunch.
And Michelle, I know you've shared with us on the podcast before you make a mean peanut butter and cheese sandwich, don't you? Did
Yeah.
you say that?
Good memory,
Yes.
Lindsay. I do, like a peanut butter cheese. Yes, that's all thanks to my very strange brother who
Very
comes up with
strange.
these things.
That's very
Yeah,
strange. But
peanut
the
butter and cheese.
but the cool thing is you can also use this for, like, exaggerating or making fun
Yeah.
of yourself. Maybe it's just
Yep.
something you think is good, but no one else does. Like, that's totally a great way to
Mm.
use this, isn't it, Michelle?
Right, right. I could be
Mhm.
like, "Oh, hey, anybody want lunch? I make a mean peanut butter and
Cheese
cheese
sandwich.
sandwich." Like
And people say, "I think we'll order out."
Yes, yes, exactly. But yeah, I was think it's funny because I wrote I make a mean sandwich and I wasn't even thinking of that, but I was thinking like, what do I cook well? And
Well,
the
that's it,
best thing I could
Michelle.
come up with
I
sandwich, and it's
provided
funny
it
because
for
you
you.
also said grilled cheese. So, Lindsay, we gotta have a sandwich making contest on the
That would
show
be
or something.
fun. Oh, rating our sandwiches, a contest. That'd be fun. So is it formal or informal? I mean, would you use it at work, in the business world? What
Yeah.
do we think?
I think that it's a little bit informal, like a little bit just like with a personality, but I don't think that it's like you wouldn't use it at work. Again, we always talk about that company culture, whatever it is, but it does have like a personality to it. I make a mean, apple pie. I make a mean
Yeah,
smoothie.
totally. We always come back to, guys, check out our other podcast, Business English, because
Yes.
over there we say we're all human beings at work. We don't
Yeah.
become
Yeah.
robots as soon as we
Right.
enter the building and scan our little tag and go through the security, right? If you work for
No.
a big corporation, right? You're a human being. So it's totally legitimate to come in and someone asked you, what'd you do over the weekend? Oh,
Yeah.
I made a meet like just you can bring this into a conversation. Maybe
Yeah.
it's not in the middle of the meeting, it's in the
Presentation or
beginning.
yeah.
Sure, sure. Yes.
Exactly. I mean, it just gives some variety and it kind of gives you a way to show off some talent, sound super confident, or maybe even compliment someone. Like, oh
Mm,
yeah, you make wow. Like, even if you're at a
right.
dinner, like, oh my God, Lindsay, you make a mean spinach artichoke dip or
For
something.
sure, a dinner, or if you're at work, if you're talking about a company barbecue, you volunteer and say, "I'll bring, the ambrosia." That's the first thing that came to my head because I grew up in the
Okay.
Northeast where they eat a lot of ambrosia, weird food. By the way, out here in the West, people don't like, mayo-based foods. Like,
Okay.
they think it's very weird, but on the East Coast in the
Like what?
Midwest,
Like,
like ambrosia, like anything that has white stuff in it, people tend to like they prefer spicy things or like a
okay.
green chili base, right? Where like a chicken salad, egg salad, tuna salad, these are all things I grew up eating on the East Coast
Yeah.
and are super common, but out here you don't see these things as much.
Really? Chicken salad?
Mm, you can get it in some places, but I think they make it for the people from the East. Like I don't think it's
Uh,
a common like it's not something that people tend to order out here. Broadly speaking, of
So
course.
so I actually literally just had to look up what is ambrosia
It's
because
weird.
I've never had is it good?
I mean, it's something we used to have at barbecues when I was a kid. I think it's good. It's more of a dessert. It has, like, marshmallows, coconut, I guess sour cream, but, like, sweet sour yeah, sugar. It's good. Okay, maybe it's just my upbringing that was weird.
Interesting. No, I mean, I like marshmallows, so, I mean, and I so, anyway, the pictures look good. But anyway,
Side point. Yeah,
side point. Yeah, guys. So it's just kind of fun and spunky, shows your
it's
personality. So
totally.
let's do a role play.
Alright, here we go, Michelle. We are friends at a party. Here we go.
Okay.
"Hey, Michelle, so glad you could make it."
Oh, thanks for inviting me. Man, you throw a mean party.
"Thank you."
The spread over there looks incredible.
"What can I say, Michelle? I make a mean spinach artichoke dip. Go try it."
I will.
That is a
Okay.
great
That's
example.
so weird because I didn't even read the spinach artichoke. I just pulled it as an example a few minutes ago when we were talking, and then I'm like reading it, and it's just funny to watch my train of thought because I guess that's what I went to first, then, and now. Anyway,
Yeah. No, 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 totally. This is a really realistic role play, I think,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Even though we used it twice, like I
Mhm.
think it's just kind of fun.
No,
So first
totally.
I said, yeah, first I said, man, you throw a mean party. I don't mean the party is rude.
No, this is great. I'm glad that we went outside of cooking a little bit here with this example because it's
Yeah,
not just cooking or art
no,
or some form of creation. It could also be an event, right?
right.
You throw a mean dinner party.
Mhm.
Mean yeah, yeah, I like it. You throw a mean party. So, but you have to really mean it too. Mean it. You have to look at the party and say, "Oh my gosh, there's so many people here. Everyone looks like they're having fun." Michelle, you throw a mean party, right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what did you say?
All right. So, what can I say, Michelle? I make a mean spinach artichoke dip. Go try it. Right? Good example. It's
Alright.
usually just like,
Yes.
and also I wouldn't say I make a mean XYZ for everything I make. It's like a signature dish, right? It's your
Right.
signature thing, whether it's good or not.
Yeah, it
You think
reminds
it's
me
good?
of, we did an episode, we'd have to find guys, if we did, like, "Oh, my go-to."
My go-to.
It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
kinda reminds me of that.
Yeah. And you've kind of honed it over the years. You make a mean XYZ. I love it. So good.
Yeah.
All right, Michelle, how is this a connection skill? How does this come back to human connection? Let's talk about
Well,
that.
it's just so much fun. It's a
Yeah.
great way to like in this role play, I complimented you with it and you
Mhm.
also shared your talent with me.
Yeah.
So it's you can use it about someone else, you can use it about yourself, you can have a little bit of fun with it. And I think it's just a fun way to use a word that typically has a very different meaning.
Right. Mhm.
It also sounds cool. Like it sounds like
Sounds
cool and
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
So I think it shows some it's a different way to compliment someone or talk about your talents rather than like, "Oh, this salad is great." Like,
Yeah.
you don't wanna use it all the time, like, go into the party and like, "Hey, this is a mean salad. Oh my gosh, Lindsay, you made a mean brownie." Like, you don't wanna use it that much, but from time to time.
Yeah, that'd be weird. I think
Yeah.
just throwing in these fun, really modern, cool sounding phrases it shows people that you're alive, like you
Yeah.
you have enthusiasm for something, and
Yes. Yes.
especially when you're talking about your creation, the signature dish, the artichoke dip or the grilled cheese,
Yeah.
you're just showing a sense of energy, and that's something that people wanna connect to, right?
That's right.
People wanna be around that. So that's why it's a connection skill. Yeah.
That's right. Oh, I love it. Alright, well, this was fun, Lindsay. Thanks for talking about this
Yes.
with me today.
Good stuff, Michelle. I'll talk to you very soon. You have a good day. And guys, hit
You
follow
too.
on All Ears English if you believe in our slogan, our motto, which is connection, not perfection. All right.
Awesome.
Okay.
Alright, Lindsay, have a good one.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.